Hey guys, welcome to week 6. Holy smokes. This gets harder and harder to remember each time I sit in front of the camera. It's hard to believe this is the 6th week of school. It's almost impossible to believe. But on that note, let me tell you what you'll be doing for week 6. Hopefully it won't take too long or be too confusing, but I have something different for you this week. So this is the week 6 folder right now. Everything's in there, of course, with the video and instructions, which I always put up last. Let's take a look at the Monday folder. Monday. So you'll see that there is a lecture that you should obviously take notes on and then respond to the discussion board. But last week we talked about Jim Crow South. We talked about segregation. And now we're kind of moving into how times change. In 1861, 90% of Americans worked or lived on a farm. By 1920, less than half of Americans work or live on a farm. Okay? So there's a 70-year period of history where the fundamental American way of life absolutely changes. So how did that happen? What occurred? How did we go from an agrarian society to an industrialized one? That's the topic of the lecture you'll be watching, so make sure you take notes. Make sure you respond to the following discussion board, the greatest. The instructions should be pretty clear. Email me if you have any questions. But let's take a look at the real work for this week, because your big task is actually here. So, you're going to make a PowerPoint presentation. And yes, you're going to sort of present it to the class, or to me at least. So, let's take a look at what you have to do. So, if you click on this link here, it'll take you to something that looks like this. All right? So, America experienced rapid change in the late 19th century. It's important as a class we explore some of that change together and better understand how it changed the American way of life. You will be assigned one change/invention that we talked about from yesterday's lecture. With the assigned topic, you will make a PowerPoint presentation, present it to the class, having done some independent research and answered some specific questions. Here's what you need to do. Choose one of the assigned topics. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things you can choose from to do a presentation about. They're all things that we learn about from your lecture on Monday, which is why it's important that you listen and take notes. Notes. All right. Then your presentation has to answer some questions. I mean, that's the point. How do these inventions change and affect American life and industry? What could these products actually be used for or do? Do these inventions still have a huge impact today? Who invented these things? Were they interesting people? Give me fun facts. Give me all the skinny on these individuals that may be famous or not be famous for their inventions. Who were the big American titans, people of industry who owned or dominated this particular industry? So, to clarify on this one, oftentimes in the emergence of the industrial age, industries like the railroads and steel and oil were dominated by literally maybe even one person who owned all of the industry. Tell me about these people and the companies they owned and the fun stories that go with them, because there's some interesting stuff there. If you have the fun stuff. Oh, there's tons. I mean, and there's just interesting inventors too. I mean, Alexander Graham Bell and who's the jerk? Thomas Edison. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on. And maybe if you pick right, you may actually learn a little bit of Lima history in here too. Spoiler alert if you choose the right topic. Some basic requirements for your PowerPoint presentation. All slides must have a transition. So like an effect that moves it from one to the next. All slides must have a picture. All slides must have at the end of your PowerPoint you must have a citation slide in MLA format with at least 2 sources. Must have a title slide. Slides must have a background. Your presentation should be about 5 minutes long, give or take. Here are the scoring rubrics. Your overall PowerPoint is based on effectiveness, sequencing of information, originality, spelling of grammar, use of graphics, and organization. Make sure you read through all of those to be clear on what you should be doing. Then, your oral presentation rubric is here, which has some different criteria. Attention to audience, clarity, content, creativity, professional length, presentation length, and speaking skills. All of these little boxes have 4 points. Add up the 4 points, and you'll also know your total points. So this is a big project. I should also let you know that, of course, the University of Findlay, we weight our classes here. And the projects are 32.5% of your grade. And this is the first true project we've had. So this will be a big deal for you. Please take your time. Do well. I'm giving you 4 days to do it. I'm thinking that's plenty of time, and if I feel like that's not enough, which I'll know because I have my in-class students in here working on it too, I'll email and let you know if you're getting more time next week. Sorry. And that's pretty much it this week, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. So, in order to create your presentation, you should click on this. And it should give you access to a Google slideshow that you will be able to edit and input information into. So that will be nice. And then you should be able to simply submit. Click a submit button and send your presentation to me. Now, you will actually present your stuff in a recorded video that you make. Going back. Here with the link to Flipgrid. If it loads. Loading, loading, loading. Keep that computer loading. Right. Yep. Record it right here. Hope we've done Edpuzzle before, or at least I've assigned Edpuzzle before, so this shouldn't be totally new. Going back. And I've also included one helpful website for each topic. Now, keep in mind you need 2 sources, so this is only allowed to count as 1. But hopefully using these sources, it will guide you towards other credible sources. Keep that in mind, credible. But it shouldn't be too difficult to find credible sources on this. But I've given you 1 link to each of the topics to kind of give you a jump start if you just don't know where to start or go for your information. All right? Now this is it. Sorry about that. Good luck, guys. If you have any questions, email me at ksearcy@spartan.limacityschools.org. Good luck out there. Stay safe.